But I want that ISU thing in the background now.
Oh no, I'll switch it up. Here. There's the.
Hello, this is
W.
Brad List and Zach something here on LOSG.
You can never get that freaking right.
I will mute you forever, Brad.
It's Zach Dietmeyer.
No one cares.
Yeah. Andrew Menschel cares.
Just so you can find him. All right. So we're here to talk over the next upcoming week, learn a little, learn a lot, and get to know Zach. So first of all, who is Zach? Brad, why is he here?
We needed an extra person in the fantasy league, so I invited Zach.
It's a little warm body. Yeah.
Good. If there are any other warm bodies out there that want to join us, please let me know.
Zach's a friend of mine from church, and he is in my other fantasy football league and was the most active. So I figured he would be
not the best,
a good addition.
So he's in our farm system. I like that.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, a few boring commish things. First of all, November 10th is the trade deadline. It's approaching quickly. So make some trades, or at least think about it. Congrats to Brad List for winning high points last week. Also, congrats to myself, because you are going to give me those $5.
Shut up.
I know more about your team than you do.
So obnoxious. Only time I'm ever going to win it. I got to pay up. Eric Ebron is the number 3 overall tight end this week, though. Overall.
That's your prediction?
No, he is right now. He only moved from 1st to 3rd after a terrible performance. So
just the beginning.
Anyway.
All right. So first of all, since Zach has a beard, we're going to ask him some questions. Before we get to that, Zach, do you have a prepared statement or anything you'd like to say to the league?
Wait, that's going to come at the end, the prepared statement. I'm going to give him time.
Oh, you want to do the interview first?
Yeah.
I'm ready at all times, Brad.
We're prepared. Yeah. All right. Brad, take it away. What's your interview?
All right, Zach. We got to get to know you, because I'm the only guy in the league that actually knows you. So we're going to let everybody else get to know you a little bit. So first of all, what do you do for a living?
Currently, my main job is the director of marketing and communications for the economic development.
Boring. Do you have any side jobs? Let's get to those.
My side job is that I work as a broadcaster on ESPN.
That's more like it.
Yeah, that's the better job that everybody likes.
All right, so I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions about that. What's the most exciting sports game you've ever broadcast?
The most exciting one I ever did was a college football game where a team came back from 28-7 and won in the 4th quarter.
Nice.
They used the audio. They threw a Hail Mary at the end of the game to win, and it still gets used.
Your audio gets used? Nice.
Still the best, yeah.
Please link that in the comments of this video when we're done.
I'll see if I can find it, yeah.
Okay. What's the least exciting sports event you've ever broadcast?
Probably a gymnastics match that I did last year. They asked me to do it about 4 days ahead of time. And I'm like, I don't know anything about gymnastics. I've watched it on the Olympics. They said, it'll be fine. He'll be fine. It was not fine. It was a little rough, but I'll do any sports. I'll do parties, whatever is available.
You're for hire. What is your broadcasting catchphrase?
I don't really have a catchphrase.
Not good enough. You need a catchphrase. Come up with one right now. Just kidding. You think about that. Get back to us. Okay. All right. Have you ever said anything on the air that you regret? A Freudian slip, perhaps.
Oh, of course. You know, my favorite one was it was a women's basketball game, and I was referring to a girl named Taylor, and I actually called her Taylor Swift in the middle of the broadcast. So then that kind of became her actual nickname with her teammates the rest of the year. So, you know,
gravitas there.
Danger and power in the broadcaster.
Gotcha. Have you ever posed nude for a cowboy-themed photograph?
No, but that's on my bucket list.
Tell us a story about you as a sports hero sometime in your childhood or in your past.
It wasn't my hero, but my favorite story of relating to a sports person was that I was at a Cardinals baseball game, and I walked into the bathroom, and Ozzie Smith was in there. And I was so conflicted as a human being as like,
where you should look?
The wizard is here. I can't talk to him.
Did you say the lizard is here? That's dirty, Zach.
You're a Cubs fan. I hope you punched him and ran.
Yeah, it was very confusing. It was weird.
All right. Which team do you root for in all the major sports leagues, professional sports leagues?
Well, since this is a fantasy football league, I'm told I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan.
Okay.
Because of Tecmo Superbowl back in the day. On the
What about baseball?
Baseball, obviously, I am a Brewers fan.
Calm down. Calm down.
It's all Cubs all day.
Cubs fan. All right. What about in basketball?
I'm shopping. No, I grew up a Bulls fan.
Good. Say no more. Say no more. What about hockey? Nobody cares about hockey.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite athlete growing up?
Favorite athlete growing up was probably Ryan Sandberg.
All right. And if the moon was made out of barbecue spare ribs, would you eat it?
I would eat it now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. And I had a video pulled up and it's not here now. Okay, here it comes. Name this rapper. Oh, darn it. There's an ad. Hold on.
Name the ad.
Name this rapper. Can you hear it? Who is that rapper?
Brad, you know I'm a millennial. I don't know.
That's Shaquille O'Neal. Come on. Okay. All right. Final two questions here. What was your favorite activity? This is from your girlfriend who I had coffee with today in not a weird way. I asked her for some dirt on you. She said, what was your favorite activity to do in your backyard when you weren't playing sports?
Oh, no. Ultimately to hold my own personal Civil War reenactments.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, for real.
That's totally embarrassing.
I was a loser. I mean, I still am, but it's yeah. I mean, it's hard to have a full-scale battle with one person, but
all right, last thing. Do you have any parting words for our league? Any trash talking? I think after Joe had his monologue last week, we need to come up with a name for this segment because we're going to ask all our guests to do this from now on. So Clay, do you have any good names for the segment?
A serious statement. That's the only thing I had. I'm too busy focused now on Shoot Pass Slam by Shaquille O'Neal.
It's such a great one. All right, I'm going to call it the Inflammatory Monologue, instituted by Joe Hoffbauer. So go ahead, Zach. This is your inflammatory monologue moment. Go for it.
All right.
You have 1 minute.
All right. And my fellow league members, this year has not gone the way that I expected it to. I did not expect to come out having been picked to go 12-1 at the beginning of the year, and I'm sitting here at 2-6, and it's because people have scored a lot of points on me, and that's something I'm used to on the basketball court, but not necessarily in the fantasy realm. I will come back bigger and stronger next year, and if I lose this week, I am tanking. So just know that I am not going away, and that I am going to fight till the end, unless the end is this week.
Sounds good.
What's your team name?
Also, what's
your team name
in particular for a gentleman who is named after my quarterback for a considerable amount of time. I believe that was Andrew. You're welcome. Congratulations, and enjoy the average of roughly 12 points for the rest of the year. I have no faith in Deshaun. That's why I had to let him go. Brad gave me some horrible advice to go out and shop him on the market. I'm really glad I did that. So thanks, Brad. I'll never trust anyone again.
Wait, what's your team name? Are you Geoform?
Geoform. What is it? I think it's
187. What is that? What is Geoform?
That's a reference to the character Ridley in the Metroid series back in the day.
Oh my gosh, nerd alert.
So, and it's only because my one wide receiver that's done anything this year, I combined for 7 total points as all my wide receivers last week. Not just my starters. That's all of them.
Yeah.
And
you're not very good at fantasy football, Zach.
I need PPR to perk me out. I mean, it's like playing from the women's tees in golf.
All right, Clay, moving forward. What's next?
All right, thanks.
Zach, thank you. Good to get to know you.
Good to be here.
Goodbye. All right, we're going to go ahead and share the screen and hop in on this. First of all, let's see, here's locking in the screen. Okay, that way you don't have to see Brad.
Nah, I'm taking my shirt off now.
That's Andy's rule. Stop that. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to skip right to Brad and Zach. You're going to make us wiser with some of your analysis. The first thing is your matchup of the week. So for the upcoming week, each of you have a matchup of the week. Brad List, we'll start with you.
Matchup of the week. I am stoked about this 3 Dog Night Vandalay Industries matchup because if 3 Dog Night loses, I could move into first place in our division. And that would be amazing. So that's the one I'm focused on. And I'm really, I think Tyler's going to handle it pretty easily. So I'm stoked about this. Melvin Gordon has stepped up. He's amazing. Cam Newton is having a great year. Projected for 25 points this year because they're playing terrible defense. So, yep, that's my pick. That's my matchup of the week to look out for. Go Vandalay.
Nice. Yeah, I think Sanders will go off now that Demaryius Thomas is no longer in town as well.
Yes, that's big time.
Yeah, this should be a good matchup this week. Good. Yep. All right, Zach, what's your matchup of the week?
Actually, I'm really excited about this matchup between Brad and Andrew here. It's one that doesn't have a whole lot of buys this week. It seems like a heavy bye week for a lot of people. And Brad is surprisingly moving up in the world. So this is a chance for him to establish himself in the top half of the league. And I really want to see what happens. They're still pretty close on the projections. And I don't like giving him props, but we'll see where Brad goes this week.
Oh yeah.
All right. Next question.
Yes, I'm gonna smoke Andy. By the way, yes.
We'll see. All right. Next one. Let's go to the real football. What are your picks for division winners and Super Bowl picks?
Zach, you go first on this one.
All right. Well, I'll start in the AFC since that's where I pay most attention. I mentioned I'm a Chiefs fan. I'm loving the 7-1 start. They're going to beat the Browns again this week, and that's going to feel good. But you can't bet against the Patriots. I think the Pats are going to win the East, and that's not a safe pick. That's just the reality at this point. Chiefs. I got to pick my guys in KC there for that division. I think the Bengals can take on the Steelers there, so I think there's going to be a little changing of the guard. Texans, I'm surprised that they're sitting there at 5-3. I don't think there's anybody with any sort of intestinal fortitude left in that division, though. I'm going to go with the Texans.
And who's your pick to win the AFC altogether?
Until proven otherwise, you got to go with New England, unfortunately, I think.
All right, let me do the AFC then before we move to the NFC.
Hold on. I believe the Colts.
You got faith in the Colts?
Yeah. I do. I feel like they're starting to turn it on, and their schedule's pretty easy the rest of the way now that Andrew Luck, his bionic arm is working. But, yeah, I feel like even though right now technically they're last, since this is a crappy division, yeah, I'm almost wondering if they're going to be a surprise winner of that division. What do you think, Zach?
I can't believe the Texans have won 5 games in a row. I got to watch Deshaun Watson, and, there were 2 games in a row there where he put up, I think, 12 points, and they still won. Okay, I can see the Colts. I don't think the Titans are – they're dropping off now. The Jaguars are dead. I don't know what happened to them, other than having Blake Bortles as a quarterback killed them. But
Bortled. Yeah.
It's a Texans-Colts world. I don't know how.
Nice. Brad, what do you think in the AFC?
I had my picks were Patriots, Chiefs. I think Steelers still. I'm with the Steelers, and then I do agree with you with the Colts, but I'm still picking Texans. But my surprise, I think my wild card pick, which I think they're going to make a run in the playoffs. I'm looking at the Chargers for making a wild card run because I don't think they can catch the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are too good, but I think they can be dangerous in the playoffs. So that's my picks for the AFC.
Nice. All right. NFC, we're the ones we care about. What are your
ones I care about? Zach, you want to go first?
Well, I don't think that the Eagles are gonna stay down. I think that they're too good. I wanna pull for the Giants there. You know, it would be a great story for 8 wins to wrap it up there. I'm going with the Eagles in that division. The Rams are clearly the best team right now, and I never expected that in the last 4 or 5 years. But they've got that division already basically locked up. Uh, the Saints, the Falcons, they could both win it. Panthers, it seems like the Panthers are either 8-8 or like 14-2. So I'm gonna go with Carolina in that division. I think that they're better and younger than New Orleans. And then the NFC North, where most people around here care about it. You look there at the points. The Bears have the best defense. We know that. And the Packers are scrambling. The Vikings are the only challenger. But I gotta go with Minnesota. I don't know. I'm not gonna do it. I can't pick the Bears.
You suck. Yeah. I'm going Eagles. I agree with that. Eagles, Rams. I have Carolina. That's who I had on my list too. I think that the Saints will be the wild card, and I am definitely picking the Bears. Absolutely, and actually, that's my Super Bowl pick: Bears Patriots.
Lock it in.
Yeah. No, Bears Chiefs. That was my Super Bowl. I think the Chiefs will get. Yeah.
Bears Chiefs matchup. My dad's a huge Bears fan.
Yes.
I told him we have to go to it. We don't have to go to the game. We just have to go stand outside the stadium, I think, and look like.
And I have the Bears winning the Super Bowl by 32 points. That's also Clay. Some analysis there. Hot take.
Hot take. Here, this is my playoff bracket. I believe the Panthers, Bears, Vikings, and Eagles will be the wild cards. So I think the Vikings will win the division, but the Bears will get in as wild card. Same thing with the Panthers; they'll come in as a wild card. I believe the Bears will be defeated by the Rams, sadly, like everyone else. I believe the Vikings can take down the Eagles. The Saints are a near perfect team, but I think the Rams will have their number. On the other side, I hate the Patriots, but they will get pretty far. Hopefully they will lose in the conference championship. And Chiefs-Rams, just like we'll see them in Mexico in a few weeks. I'm pretty excited about that game. It should be a preview of the Super Bowl this year. And Rams take it all the way.
Bears, Super Bowl champs. Let's go.
Zach, what's your Super Bowl prediction?
The key there is whoever is the top seed. If the Chiefs the last 4 years, it's basically like flip a coin. Who are they going to lose to in the playoffs? Is it going to be the Steelers or the Patriots? So if this plays out where they have the Patriots and the Steelers on the other side and they're the home team, I like that. I like that prediction right there with the Chiefs and Rams. I'm going to go the other way as a homer there, but I like it.
That's good. Yeah, I feel like the Patriots did beat the Chiefs a couple weeks ago, but the Patriots are ascending. Yeah, I think it's just because the Patriots had the ball last. But the Chiefs are ascending, and I think they can take out the Patriots again if need be. So you think Chiefs, I think Rams, and Brad thinks the Bears.
Bears. Go.
Dicka. All right. On to trivia time. Question number 1. What 3 NFL teams have led in the second half of each of their games this season?
Oh. Yeah.
Your hint is they've combined for 4 losses.
Wait, which 3 NFL teams have led in the second half of each of their games this season? At any point in the second half?
Yeah, there's only 3 NFL teams that have actually led in the second half of each.
Well, Rams, obviously, because they haven't lost, right?
Yes. It literally has to be the truth.
Yes.
Chiefs are there too.
Chiefs? Did they ever have the lead in the second half against the Patriots?
I don't think they led against the Patriots. I think they tied them. I don't think they led, though.
We're out of time. And your answer? Rams, Chiefs, and the Bears.
Oh,
the Bears. I should have known it was the Bears.
Yeah, they combined for 4 losses. Of course, the Bears have accounted for 3 of these losses.
Yeah.
Question
Interesting.
number 2.
On the list.
What tight end saw his snap count in week 8 drop to only 21%? But look at his previous week snap counts.
If it's Eric Ebron, I'm going to slap you through this screen.
What's that, Eric Ebron?
Oh!
Oh, and Jack Doyle played 73% of snaps in week 8.
But Ebron still caught a touchdown.
He did.
He's a baller, baby.
Brad, I have bad news for you. I think Eric Ebron is going to continue to drop down the tight end ranks.
All right, I'm going to go pick up Jack Doyle right now if nobody has him then.
Jack Baby Hands Doyle.
Oh, they're on bye.
Baby's perfect time to pick him up. Go for it. All right, next question. Where do the Bears rank in the league as far as field goal accuracy?
I don't know.
Give me a quick answer.
A.
I'm going to go with C.
C is correct. 24th. Since the start of the 2016 season, which is when Robbie Gould was cut, the Bears have made only 76% of their field goals, while their opponents have made 93%.
This is why they lose.
I know. Yet, Robbie Gould since then has made 95.6% of his attempts. I miss Robbie Gould, guys. This is therapy for me.
This is why I lose. I have Cody Parkey on my team right now.
Yeah, who failed to win the Dolphins game for us, and last week missed another one. It's just going to get colder and windier. I'm worried.
Starting in 7% of leagues, and one of them is this league.
Which NFL team is currently number 1 overall in the Aikman efficiency ratings? And yes, this is a real thing.
Is that different than efficiency? What is the Aikman efficiency rating? I'm going to say Bears. Because you always pick questions about the Bears.
Oh, Bears!
What is the Aikman efficiency rating?
I just got really excited and decided this is going to be a Bears-focused trivia.
Yeah, well.
No, this is actually a real thing. Aikman's identified like 8 efficiency metrics that he think demonstrate a good team. I do want to point out.
I think Joe made this website last night.
Or 20 years ago, by the look of it.
GeoCities?
It was made in DOS.
Yeah, so this is interesting though. If you look back at Halloween 2017 last year, the Eagles were ranked number 1. So Brad, your Super Bowl prediction?
That's right. It's airtight.
Airtight. There you go. That's your Bears trivia. And you get to the Aikman efficiency. I was skeptical when I first learned about this, but it is sort of a real thing if you believe in the Cowboys and try.
I'm gonna check Snopes on this Aikman efficiency rating thing.
It's real. Look, I'm pointing it to you right now. It's archives and everything.
All right. Moving on.
About why the Bears are going to win the Super Bowl, or is it just a fact at this point?
It's a fact. I mean, it's a done deal.
Good.
I don't need Aikman to prove it to me.
Any final thoughts, questions, challenges to the world?
Let's see. Has Joe won a game? Yes, he did, didn't he? Then no, I have nothing else to say.
So let's get your take on this. Last week, Bradley and I made bets on who's going to win more games. Andrew, also known as Deshaun, or Joe, also known as First and Cole, worst name in the league.
Well, okay,
I bet on Andrew.
Time out. We also need to start including Zach in these conversations because Andrew is tied with Zach now, 2-6.
I did beat him though. That was one of my 2 wins.
Yeah, you know who you didn't beat with the second highest score of the week was me, who dominated you last week by 30
That was my best week in like both of our seasons combined, and I still didn't win.
Yep, I killed you.
This is like a fair game.
I cheered for you the whole time. Those $5, woo!
I was 30 points ahead of you, and you were 20 points ahead of me.
I would have won any other matchup by what, like 9 points there? Yeah.
So embarrassing for you.
This is my world.
Too bad.
All right.
So yeah, what's your pick? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win more games between Andrew or Joe?
Not Joe.
You might win this week though. Look at that.
Well, Goat Busters has a little tweaking of his lineup to do, surely.
Send him some messages. Okay.
That's your brother. Yeah. Does he know he's in this league? Or are you controlling both teams?
Maybe. You'd be better than that.
Yeah. He's got Odell Beckham on bye. Slap Keenan Allen in there, and that's a quick little turnaround. So,
all right,
he's got
any
4
statements from Zach? Comments?
I have no room to talk about anything. This is embarrassing. I mean, look at I've got like 60 more points given up this year on my team. I know defense isn't a stat, but that means I picked poorly. And it's not like I've been sitting here not doing anything. This is shameful. I'm gonna give it a crack.
I recognize that. Thank you for being ashamed, especially that blue W behind you.
All right. Is there any statistical way that Zach, Andrew, or Joe could make the playoffs?
If I went out.
Even then? How many games do we have left?
5, including this week.
So you could end up at 7-6. And it would require one of the teams ahead of you to lose. Oh, well, you could move up, beat Goat Busters. Andy, Screwed by the Bell, would have to lose all the rest of his, right? In order for you to tie him.
Yeah. Yahoo has him predicted to win 2 more games.
Wow.
Yeah.
Zach, I do want to congratulate you. You have the longest losing streak in the league. So that is an accomplishment.
Thanks, y'all.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Zach, thank you for joining us. Brad, thank you for wearing your hat backwards.
Yeah.
Next time, be rad. Have a good one.
All right.